Hello and welcome back to the channel. Health Dominance, Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you enjoy what you see and if you want to see more. Coming up in this episode, RL Commercial appoints new board members. Fantastic news for Greek Rugby League Federation, as they do not have to fear arrests anymore. And scorers and results from the Sydney Roosters versus Brisbane Broncos game. So I did a story about the Greek Rugby League Federation in the past, about their trials and tribulations. And it has been a long road for the Rugby League Federation of Greece in their quest just to exist, so that they can get to the point to where they are at today. Yes, they will compete in this year's Rugby League World Cup, but that has been done on the back of a governmental ban, secret midnight games, and a politician who's made it his life work to stop the Greek Rugby League Federation from becoming any sort of entity. There are many tellings of this story, which has much in relation to the Vichy government's ban on rugby league in France, with the likes of games being played at midnight, international teams playing the Greek national side, but both not knowing where the game is being played, let alone not letting the Greek side know which hotel their opponents staying at to do a meet-up before and after, as many rugby league players are friends. To go from that situation and now to hearing the good news for the sport in Greece brings a smile to my face. The Greek Rugby League Federation has won the support from the Greek Ministry of Culture and Sport, as well as the General Secretariat of the sport. The successful campaign for recognition is a result of a 10-year campaign, meaning the Greek Rugby League Federation can now play matches and advertise the games locally. A huge coup at such a pivotal time for the game domestically and internationally. There's a hope that the decision will also result in access to better fields and facilities, paving the way for youth teams to be established and having access to governmental sporting grants. Apologies for the picture, sir, but I'm sure there's a better one out there. Unfortunately, I can't find one at this point, but this picture has poignance. Commenting on the announcement, Greek Rugby League Federation President George Stylianos said of the decision, "There is no doubt this will no doubt leave a great legacy for future generations that will now be free to play the game that they love without any interference." He also welcomed the news ahead of the World Cup debut for the men's team, commenting that it be given them an opportunity to build both domestically and internationally. What I mean by poignant is that this picture was taken outside a Greek court, as Stylianos, who was also sued by the modern Pentathlon Federation, who purportedly run the Greek Rugby League back in 2019, but now he's let all that go and welcomes the decision after all the hard work, and has already set sights on the future with this backing. We're also excited about legally hosting our first international match in a long time, which will be held on September the 25th as part of the inaugural Women's European B Championship, when we take on Serbia in Athens, he added. Times sure have changed since this post was posted. A rugby league match halted by police. Balkan Super League match between Attica Rhinos of Greece and Radniki Nils halted as police are called by the World Pentathlon endorsed Tassos Pantazidis. Rugby League European official referee Aris Damagnis, seen in the photo, being taken for questioning. The announcement has also found international acclaim through the Australian ambassador in Athens, Arthur Spiros, who said, "Outstanding results. Welcome to the International Rugby League family. Congrats to your from your Australian friends. We support you. Greece heading to the Rugby League World Cup in 2022." And tagged quite a few Greek and Greek following rugby league people. It's a story with some twists and turns and more downs than even a story writer would have had in any bestseller out there. I'm reading the conclusion to this chapter in the Rugby League of Greece's story is getting me wondering, where can they go from here? There is a very large scope of sport in Greece, as well as they already have been playing those playing games in Super League and in the NRL, with the likes of former Warrington Wolves Billy Magoulis and Lachlan Ilias at the Rabbitohs, who revealed the new Greek Rugby League shirt for the World Cup in a Greek restaurant in Australia recently. And there's also many others out there. With this backing coming so close to the tournament, have Greece become more than Rugby League World Cup also-rans? Maybe not, but the story does have a few more chapters to be written and to come. We now turn our attention to the NRL, as Thursday we saw the kickoff of round 21, with the first game in the round being played at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Before we go through that, we'll have a look at all the fixtures for the weekend and bring you the results and scorers for each of the games. Well, here are those fixtures. So we'll be coming to the Roosters versus the Brisbane Broncos in a few moments, but Friday sees the Melbourne Storm take on the Gold Coast Titans in what is sure to be a tough ask for the Titans going into the Storm's back garden. Manly Sea Eagles play the Parramatta Eels to see if the Sea Eagles have the Premiership and playoff credentials that they're hoping to have. On Saturday, we see that the Rabbitohs face the New Zealand Warriors, with also the Rabbitohs looking up above them rather than the teams below. The Canberra Raiders are making a late surge into playoff contention, but face a wounded Penrith Panthers side after they come off a loss last time out. Speaking of their defeaters, the Cronulla Sharks go on to face the St George Illawarra Dragons to close off Saturday. Then Sunday closes out the round with the Bulldogs facing the Cowboys and the improving West Tigers taking on the very battered and bruised Newcastle Knights. With that, here is the league ladder for round 20 with 21 to go, and then 4 other games. The Penrith Panthers are 6 points clear of the Cowboys, but have hit a bad patch from what it seems. Maybe it was just a one-off, but we'll see. The new North Queensland Cowboys come next with 30 points, 2 points clear of the Cronulla Sharks, and then the Melbourne Storm win last week moved them above Brisbane Broncos, but they're one of 3 teams tied on 26 points for their 4th place. Parramatta Eels being the 3rd. Then the Bunnies come just behind them on 7th with their win last time out. I've seen them in 7th. Then it is the Sydney Roosters, who are tied on points with Canberra Raiders, but fill out the playoff positions. Manly Sea Eagles drop to equal points with the St George Illawarra Dragons in 10th place. Then the improving Bulldogs are 6 points behind, maybe too late to get into the top 8 positions, but showing good enough credentials for next season. Next it's the N clubs with Newcastle Knights following New Zealand Warriors, both on 12 points, but with the West Tigers winning last week, they're only 2 points behind and could join them on equal points if they pull off another win against the Knights. And then on the bottom place is the Gold Coast Titans, who have 8 points. Now let's get into the Thursday game, as the Broncos will travel to the SCG on Thursday night, looking to stay in touch with the top 4 when they take on the resurgent Roosters side, who are aiming for 4 straight wins. A shot loss to the West Tigers last Saturday has Kevin Walters' men under pressure, with the Storm and Eels with level with the Broncos on 26 points going into round 21. The Roosters are in 8th spot on points differential, slightly ahead of the Raiders, who take on a depleted Penrith side. Trent Robinson's labelled his side's attacks in recent wins over the Seagulls as a bit rushed, with his side coming up with 18 errors despite claiming the 2 points for the win. The match promises to be a belter, with the Broncos running over the Roosters in the corresponding match last year, 34 points to 16. Let's have a look at who each coach has called up into their squad. Well, for the Roosters, forward Lindsay Collins and Egan Butcher are both out because of concussion and suspension respectively, so Matt Lodge moves into the starting side at prop, with Terrell May and Ben Thomas, who are the new faces on the bench. May has played 5 games off the interchange bench this season, while Thomas lines up for his first NRL match since round 24 of last year. For the Broncos, Kobe Everington is the new lock in place of Patrick Carrigan, who was banned for 4 matches on Tuesday night. Winger Selwyn Cobble returns after missing the last fortnight due to a concussion suffered in Origin 3, so Deloise Hoyter goes to the reserve list. Jake Turpin has been recalled on the bench at the expense of Corey Bakes, whilst Reece Kennedy also comes into the 17th. The only late change involves Jake Turpin starting at hooker and Billy Walters moving to interchange bench. And with that all said and done, it was the Roosters that came out victorious over the Broncos, 34 points to 16. An 18 points to 4 half-time scoreline set the Roosters on their way, but there was embers of a fight back from the Broncos in the second half, which came to naught as the Roosters put them to the sword to finish off the game. The game was opened up for the first try by Paul Momirovski, who scored on the 4th minute, which Sam Walker added the extras to, which was quickly followed by Nat Butcher's try, which Walker again added the extras. Angus Crichton scored on the 15th minute in a 15-minute blast for the Roosters after Walker converted. That's their 18 points for the first half. Corey Oates got the first of his 2 tries on the 20th minute, but Adam Reynolds wasn't able to convert. Second half opened up with Nat Butcher's second and Corey Oates getting a second try on the 59th minute. Luke Keary scored on the 67th minute, but Kurt Capewell added another try for the final points of the Broncos' evening. But that up-and-coming star Jose Suwali scored on the 76th minute in what was a fantastic wing play, thanks mostly to the irrepressible James Tedesco, who was at the heart of everything positive for the Roosters. Sam Walker finished the night with 5 from 6 from his conversions, while Adam Reynolds converted 2 from 3. Since we heard of the alignment talks between the RFL and Super League, the Rugby Football League has been looking to build partnerships and also a board for their new company called Rugby League Commercial, which is looking at growth in Rugby League and gaining strategic partners like IMG to help them acquire new TV deals, new commercial opportunities, and better ways to promote the game as a whole for the betterment of Rugby League. So they have started the Rugby League Commercial Enterprise, which has seen them appoint 3 new board members. First of all, we have Frank Slevin, He has been appointed as the first chair of the Rugby League Commercial, the new company created to drive Rugby League's commercial development as part of the realignment of the sport's governance, according to rugbyleague.com. Mr. Slevin, who is also the independent chair of the British Cycling, was appointed following a thorough recruitment process involving representatives from the Rugby Football League, Super League Europe, and their strategic partners, IMG, and managed by a leading executive recruitment specialist, Parent Labour. He has a formidable commercial background, having worked in senior banking roles with BNP Paribas, Citigroup, and HSBC, and then as executive chairman of House of Fraser for more than 4 years from 2014 to 2018. Joining Mr. Slevin on the board will be IMG Media's head of sport, Ed Malibran, reflecting the 12-year strategic partner between IMG, the RFL, and Super League Europe, which was confirmed earlier this year, maximising the value of the benefits of this partnership. This will be a key function of the new entity, that is, Rugby League Commercial. Recruitment for further non-executive positions for directors is ongoing, with the expectation that the full board will be finalised by October 2022, ahead of the company being fully operational by the 1st of January 2023. The board will oversee work to develop Rugby League's value across all revenue areas. A joint statement by Simon Johnson, chair of the RFL, and Ken Davey, who is the chair of the Super League Europe, said, "We are excited that the board of the newly aligned joint venture Rugby League Commercial is beginning to take shape with these two significant appointments. Frank Slevin is an outstanding business leader who impressed us with experience, intelligence, decency, and commitment. He is passionate about using his experience to help us build the board, grow the team, and commercialise our sport. We very much look forward to working closely alongside Frank. We are also delighted that IMG has nominated Ed Malibran to serve on the board. Ed is a senior leader within IMG and will help us ensure that the relationship between IMG and the RL Commercial is strong on every level. His wealth of experience in the commercial department of sport around the world will hugely enhance the board's discussions." With all the supposition, the guesses, the rumours, the innuendo, the backbiting around this merger, this conglomerate coming in, and also Rugby Football League doing what they do best, inviting, it's good to finally find out that there's one thing that we have confirmed: the timeline when work is expected to begin. 1st of January 2023. What that means, we'll see either good work from this board to help progress Rugby League, or some small increments to get to the position where all the entities want to feel comfortable. The biggest thing that they should be doing to feel comfortable is making money for themselves and for everyone in the sport. That's how you make money. That's how you make everyone comfortable. Then you let the athletes compete on the field. We are going to see this running for 12 years. And that's how much we're going to talk about it. Probably supposition about it. But it's the way that Rugby League is formed this time. And hopefully it will be for the betterment. 100 and some years down the line, Rugby League need to start paying and promoting their sport better. Our sport too. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking that notification bell for any updates on news that may be coming your way, or new videos that, from the channel. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section below, as it's open to you now. I'd like to hear back on every single story that we've done today. Good game between the Roosters and the Brisbane Broncos, but do you think that it was a fair result in the end? Or was the second half comeback a little bit too late? Tell me what your thoughts are on the IMG, NRL commercials, Super League Europe, RFL. There's too many abbreviations. We'll stick with the RL commercial. Timeline. Is it a good place to start after we've had a quick look with IMG of what's going on this year, the Rugby League World Cup, and also future endeavours? Comment. That's all I want. And Greek Rugby League. Fantastic story. Fantastic news. Hopefully these embers that have been trying to catch on fire will do so now, and the sport will take off massively. We need to get the word out for Rugby League in Greece. I do hope you enjoy it. But anyway, comment section is open. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. And I will end by wishing you all the best. So please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.